phone. Now you wanna say what's up to me. Okay, so now you wanna make love to me. Girl, you know where you from. I know you, girl, we had something special that you don't mean nothing to me. Girl, it's all you got to want from me. Just be honest, girl, what you want from me. This ain't how you keep so run, honey. I can't let none of these, you want up on me. I go out and tell you better run from me. You fuck with my nigga, this love money. Adios to the can't get a hug from me. And how like that's what he does for me. I never so up, I put it close, honey. Young, friends bad too, then come with you. And we like what they on, we don't like gold diggers. Girl, you from, I know you, girl, we had something special that don't mean nothing to me. Girl, it's all you got to want from me. This is I don't condone it. Cheating on your man, but you can get it if you want it. Looking for a bag, like you want a corporate. Taking shots in the back, check the postage. Hey man, why won't you shut up? It's the month, 5 out to come up. And they get time out back in the city every day. Young, friends bad too, then come with you. And we like what they on, we don't like gold diggers. Girl, from, I know you, girl, we had something special that you don't mean nothing to me. Girl, it's all you got to want from me. Everything you want, except for me. I'm just a blowing, so you should have been next to me. Say you love shit, well I got the remedy. I keep you long in longevity. Don't settle for less for infidelity. This ain't good like me. He can't make it type, you lead up, feel like me or you. Keep the business behind his lips like me, I got it. Wood grain, I'm a with a scholar. Wood grain, I'm a creepy when I'm with it. If I take a shot and bring it, I'ma flip it. Thankful for my pop, taught me how to get it. Gotta make sure my brothers is eating, I'ma split it. If she throw that, let me, I'ma hit it. Then grateful, but she gon' get up on me, no. Young, friends bad too, then come with you. And we like what they on, we don't like gold diggers. Girl, from, I know you, girl, we had something special that you don't mean nothing to me. Girl, it's all you got to want from me.
Step on the scale, stare at the number. Say you dropping 10 pounds, preparing for summer. And you don't do it for the man never notice. You just do it for yourself, you the coldest. Intelligent too, ooh, you my sweetheart. I've always liked my women book and street smart. Long as they got a little class like half days. And the confidence to overlook my past ways. Time heals all, and heels hurt for walking. But they go with the clutch that you carry your lip gloss in. And look, I really think nobody does it better. I love the way that you put it together.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Hear about the hair, about everything, yeah. Let the hair about the hair, about everything, yeah. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy.
Lake City.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Hair done, the hair done, everything did, and the nails done, the hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Hair done, the hair done, everything did, and the nails done, the hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Let me see your hands. Let me let the bitches hang on you with their hands. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big. And my NY girls, let me see your hands. Let me let the bitches hang on you with their hands. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big. And my LA girls, let me see your hands. We gon' let them bitches hang on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nails done, hair done, everything big. And my sweetheart girls, let me see your hands. We gon' let them bitches hang on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, nail done, hair done. Go Cinderella, go Cinderella. All of them fresh lipstick niggas in her. Never let it tight dress, girl, you a killer. And ain't nobody with her, and ain't nobody with her. Go, 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 go. It's your time. Go, 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 go. Five and a half of boys, just off the hook. Cinderella about to lose the glass off the foot. And when I find it, it's when I find you. We can do the things we never got the time to. Better late than never, never late is better. They tell me time is money, but we'll spend it together. I'm down for whatever, you just lead the way. We go to dinner, y'all don't even look at me to pay. Mature women with more than me were the first to tempt me. Jason had this girl Tammy with a purple Bentley. How she got it, I ain't never get the ass. I just knew that she was fine like a ticket on the dash. Yeah, the shout out to the homeowners, the girls that got diplomas and enough money to loan us a little something extra. Should we ever need it? If it sounds like you, let me hear you repeat it.
You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Hair done, the hair done, everything did, and the nails done, the hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, there's not a four on this one. I have a feeling that's going to end up going this way. But I guess we'll find out. Yep, and I'll assume there. Yeah, no.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Don W. Locker Gymnasium for another exciting night of high school basketball on Dragon Vision. My name is Jim Harris, Matt Hagan alongside, behind the scenes, making everything look beautiful on your screen. And we are excited to be here on a chilly Thursday night in East Tennessee. We are here at the home of the Dragons, where tonight the Clinton Lady Dragons will get things started taking on the Scott Lady Highlanders. Lady Dragons 22-2 on the season, 4-1 in district play. Scott is 7-14, 3-2 in the district. Right now, let's turn things over to Skip McMillan and the National. And we welcome you back here high above the court at the Donnie Dome. Again, Jim Harris, Matt Hagan here with me. And we've got a good one on tap. Good doubleheader here as the Lady Dragons will get things started against Scott County. The Lady Dragons, as I mentioned, 22-2 on the year. Scott comes in at 7-14 for the campaign. And they are coming in here with a 3-2 record in district play. Getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. here inside Clinton High School. Good crowd has assembled here for this Thursday night affair, originally scheduled for Tuesday, pushed back because of the winter weather. Already know that school in Scott County is closed tomorrow, so that might explain the very strong contingent of Highlanders across the way. Scott going to be wearing their road gray uniforms with the red numerals and white trim, and getting the start tonight, Addie Rogers.
At away, number 24,
Callie Strunk also getting the start here tonight for Scott.
At guard, number 12, Sage Rysden.
Sage Rysden, the guard.
At guard, number 3, Carly Branscombe.
Kylie Branscombe getting the start here this evening for the Lady Highlanders.
Guard, number 2, Maya Sharp.
And then Maya Sharp getting the nod at point guard for
Lady
Scott.
Highlanders are coached by Rusty Yaden.
And now it's time to dim the lights and introduce your Clinton Lady Dragons.
And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Dragons. At the 5, number 21, a senior, Kinsley Hutchison. At the 4, a senior, number 30, Lainey Carmichael. At the 3, number 10, a senior, Josie Moody. At the 2, number 22, Kayla Taylor. And at point guard, number 1, senior, Eddie Gamble.
And so the veteran Lady Dragons with a familiar starting 5. Addie Gamble, Josie Moody, Kinsley Hutchison, Kaylin Taylor, and Lainey Carmichael, of course, coached by Alicia Doherty. And Scott again in the road gray, Lady Dragons in their home white, black numerals and orange trim. And we're about to get things started here. Looks like it'll be Addie Rogers and Josie Moody to tip it up. And the opening tip will be controlled by Clinton. Hutchison takes the tap from Moody, gets it to Gamble, and she works up into the front court. Kaylin Taylor thought about the quick 3, thought better of it, now into the lane, kicks it back outside for Josie Moody. Lady Dragons won the first matchup between these two teams 63-24 at Scott back on January the 16th. Clinton hoping to pull off the season sweep here, and Gamble lost track of where she was on the court, steps out of bounds. Game's first turnover belongs to Scott. Lady Dragons, as has been their calling card this season, ratchets up the full court pressure defense in the backcourt. Ooh, down on the left wing, Addie Gamble got her money's worth on that foul. And that'll be the first on Gamble, first against Clinton as a team here in this first period. Last time out, Lady Dragons won on this floor 76-41. That was Friday night against Union County. That ball tipped. Quick hands by the Lady Dragon defense. That's been the calling card of this Lady Dragon squad, and it's why they are number 9 in the state right now. Official timeout. Don't think one of the officials was ready for the ball to be inbounded, so we'll go back and try this again. Scoreless here early, still in the first minute of game time. And the ball inbounded to Rogers. Rogers in the corner, looking to get herself free from Hutchison. Good defense by Hutchison to close her down along the baseline. Now back out on the wing. It comes back up top for Rogers. She'll reset. Rogers has it stripped away and stolen by Kaylin Taylor. Taylor with a 2-on-1, flips it over to Addie Gamble. Gamble can't finish. Rebound Kinsley Hutchison, and a foul on the baseline under the basket called against Scott. That is going to be on number 24, Strunk, her first, and the team's first. So Hutchison with a tough rebound there. Off the window, Moody couldn't find the range, and it comes off the glass to Scott. Rogers up ahead for Strunk. Strunk looking to split the defense, lays it up, high off the window and in. Scott takes the early lead, 2-0. Callie Strunk with a nice move down the right side of the lane. So here's Taylor. Taylor with the drive, Taylor with the finish. Kaylin Taylor has been a revelation. Daughter of Dragon for Life, LaShawn Taylor. She has made quite the name for herself here in her 1 year at Clinton, and a great defensive set right there for the Lady Dragons as they force the 10-second call in the backcourt. Coach Rusty Yaden of the Lady Highlanders a little mystified at that one. Lady Dragon defense doing its job. 2-2 here early. 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here is Taylor. Surveys the scene. Over here on the left wing, it's Lainey Carmichael for three. Can't get that one to go. Rebound Strunk. Callie Strunk doing a little bit of everything right now for the Lady Highlanders. And there's Branscombe. Branscombe. Here's Rogers. Couldn't get it to go. Shot was blocked inside by Clinton. Here comes Moody. Moody up ahead to Taylor on the right wing. Taylor tries to get it down low to Lainey Carmichael. Mishandled the pass. Pass was a little out of control, but Lady Highlanders back the other way. Here's Strunk. Thought about penetrating. Lady Dragons got back pretty well. Here's a pass into the paint. Deflected away by Taylor, and last touch by Scott. So this Lady Dragon defense, this has been the signature all season long for the 22-2 Lady Dragons. It has been on the defensive end. 5:16 left to go here. First quarter, 2-2 still the score. Points at a premium here early. Here's Carmichael. Carmichael for Taylor. Taylor in the corner. Comes back up top now for Carmichael. Laney glances to the bench. Carmichael looking to drive, lost the handle inside. Addie Rogers with a nice piece of defense right there. And she brings the ball into the front court, handing it off there to Sharp. And Maya Sharp gets it back to Rogers. 4:40 left to play, first quarter, still 2-2. Travel. So Strunk will be whistled for the travel over there. Must have picked up a pivot foot. Hutchison checks out for Clinton. Jaylee Rod checks in for the orange and black. Taylor stops and pops straight away. Look at a three. No good. One and done once again for the Lady Dragons, though. Scott's done a nice job here in the early going on the glass. Sharp, guarded by Rod, hands it off to Branscombe. Branscombe into the corner. This is Sage Risden. Now back up top for Sharp. Halfway through this first quarter. Strunk thought about the three. Carmichael made her change her mind. Now it's back over to Sharp. Nothing's going to come easy tonight for Scott. Evident here in the early going. Here's Branscombe with it. Sharp fouled from behind. They're going to get Addie Gamble. Her second, team second. And Gamble likely headed to the bench for a little bit. Here comes Topanga Easterday and Grace Stewart. Lainey Carmichael will also get a breather. So it's Moody, Taylor, Rod, Easterday, and Stewart. Your five on the floor right now for Clinton. Starting five still on the floor for Scott. 3:37 left to play. Maya Sharp here in this first quarter. Nice pass down low for Strunk. Strunk, double team comes on her. Here's Maya Sharp for three. It's no good. Taylor with the rebound, and Taylor will bring it into the front court. 3:20 left to play first quarter. Here's Taylor. Taylor for Moody. Moody for Rod. Jaylee Rod for three. In and out, no good. Rebound once again collected by Scott. Again, doing a terrific job on the glass here in the early going. And with 3 minutes to go, it remains tied at 2. Here's a three from the corner, no good. Rebound knocked around. Last touch by Rogers, they say. She was battling with Grace Stewart underneath for that ball. And it goes out of bounds off of Rogers. Lady Dragon defense has been on point here in the early going, and Scott's rebounding has been rock solid, especially on the defensive end. Here's Easterday. Easterday with it. Flips it over to Stewart. Stewart down low for Jaylee Rod, and she's hammered by Strunk. That'll be the second on Strunk, and she'll head to the bench more than likely.
That's on Callie Strunk, her second, team second. At the line of the Lady Dragon.
J.C. Goodman about to check in for Scott, number 30, standing at the scorer's table. First shot, oh! Halfway down, all the way around the rim and out for Jaylee Rod. So it remains tied at 2. Second shot, no good. Off the back iron, another rebound for the Lady Highlanders. Here's Rogers. Rogers brings it into the front court. Sharp with it on the left side, brings it back up top. Now she'll launch a three. That's well short, and it misses everything, goes out of bounds. Back over to Clinton. 2:20 to go. Deuces are wild here in the first quarter as we are stuck at 2-2. Taylor for Easterday. Now it's Grace Stewart. In the corner, Taylor for three. That one's a little bit wide. Stewart with the rebound. Second chance won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Scott. It'll stay with the Lady Dragons. 1:59 left in this first quarter. Lainey Carmichael checks in, and Jaylee Rod checks out. Taylor to inbound. Looking to get it to Moody, and does. Moody for Taylor. Taylor left side baseline with the drive. Stuck in the post, gets it up top. Lainey Carmichael for three. That one won't go. Rebound grabbed by Risden for Scott. Hounded by Easterday in the backcourt. Able to flip it ahead to Rogers. Rogers in some trouble and throws it away. Last touch, though, by Josie Moody. Moody got a hand on it, tipped it away from the intended recipient. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Highlanders with 98 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Risden working it around the horn. Good ball movement there for Scott. Shot no good. Rebound for Grace Stewart. Stewart gives it up for Taylor, and Kaylin brings it into the front court. Into the corner, Carmichael left side. Back over to Taylor on the wing for three. Knocks it down. Kaylin Taylor has all 5 Clinton points, and it is 5-2. Here is Rogers. For Sharp, now it's Risden. Risden around the top of the key, flips it into the corner. Now it comes back up top for Maya Sharp. Again, nothing coming easy tonight for the Lady Highlanders. Here's Rogers. Rogers flips it over to Goodman. Now it's Rogers underneath, and one. Addie Rogers gets the bucket, and that foul will be whistled on Topanga Easterday. Her first, team's third. 42.6 seconds left. Addie Rogers at the line to try and tie this game at 5.
Addie Rogers with the basket at 1.
Kelly Hewitt just checked in for Scott. Maya Sharp, it looks like, getting the breather. No, excuse me, that is number 3, Kylie Branscombe, getting the breather. Rogers' foul shot is up and good. She's got 3 points to lead Scott, and we're tied at 5 with 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kensley Hutchison also back into the game for Clinton. Here's Carmichael. Carmichael cross court. Taylor wide open look at a 3. No good. Rebound Hutchison. Hutchison tries to get it back outside to Moody. And I'll bet the coaching staff would really like to have seen Kensley gone back up with that one instead of trying to force it out to the cutting Josie Moody. But as it is, it's going to be Scott basketball with 26.2 seconds left in this first quarter. Branscombe back into the game. A very short breather. Hewitt back on the bench for Scott. Here's Risden, all kinds of trouble. Taylor knocks it out of bounds, and they're going to say that she was the one to knock it out of bounds. She was trying to knock it off of Branscombe's leg, but Taylor the last one to touch it. 5-5 our score, 21.5 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Scott inbounds it. That pass stolen. There's Hutchison with a strong move to the cup. Can't get it to go. Moody with the follow. No good and no foul called. A lot of contact underneath. It'll stay with the Lady Dragons. Nope, it's going to be Scott basketball. So 5-5 our score. 10.3 seconds left first quarter. Rogers. Here is a 3 from Goodman. No good. Rebound Hutchison. And that's how the first quarter ends. Our score at the end of 1. The 9th ranked Lady Dragons 5. The Scott Lady Highlanders 5. We'll be back on Dragon Vision in just a moment. Good evening, everyone. Second quarter just about to get started. Got a final score, actually, from just down the road. The Anderson County Lady Mavs, they got off to an early start tonight against Gibbs, and the Lady Mavs win it 55-23 over the Lady Eagles. Here, it is 5-5. Kind of a mystifying score for fans of the Lady Dragons, who come into this game with a record of 22-2. Scott is 7-14. Clinton won the first matchup by 39 points. Here's Gamble. Rebound on the other side. Can't get it to go. Tell you what, a lot of contact underneath. Not getting called here tonight. They are certainly letting them play, as they say. And here is Addie Gamble to inbound the basketball. Lady Dragons had about 3 opportunities at that. Here's Hutchison for Taylor. Taylor looks to drive. Runner off the glass. No good. Rebound collected by Rogers inside for Scott. So, the Lady Highlanders with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this game. Knotted up at 5 apiece. Kaylin Taylor has all 5 points for Clinton. Here's Addie Rogers. Rogers has 3, and she's stuck there as that's no good. Moody with the block of the second chance opportunity from J.C. Goodman. Here is Taylor underneath, throws that one up and draws the foul. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's going to be on Rogers, her first, team's first here in this second quarter. This shot, no good for Taylor. Again, Taylor has all 5 Clinton points. Callie Strunk has 2 for the Lady Highlanders. Addie Rogers with 3. Taylor's second shot is good. So 6-5. Lady Dragons lead it by 1. Minute gone by, second quarter. Rogers trapped in the backcourt, picks up her dribble, in some trouble. And a timeout called by Scott. Rusty Yaden saves the possession for his team with the well-timed timeout. 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. Again, Lady Dragons 22-2 on the season, 4-1 in district play. Clinton did win the first meeting between these two teams up at Scott, 63-24. That was back on January the 16th. Clinton coming off a 76-41 thrashing of Union County here on Friday night. And Scott lost at Anderson County on Friday by the score of 45-33. So J.C. Goodman will inbound for the Lady Highlanders. Starting 5 on the floor for Clinton. Risden for Goodman. That pass deflected. It's going to be tied up. Here's Taylor. Taylor able to get it off to Addie Gamble. Gamble up ahead for Carmichael. Pass off of her fingertips and right into the hands of Sage Risden. Risden back the other way. Finds the open shooter. Fires it, leaves it short. There's Gamble to collect the loose change. Gamble in a hurry. Gamble throws it up from the left side. Won't go. Moody with the follow. Her shot no good. And another rebound for the Lady Highlanders. Clinton's lead stays at 1, 6-5. Here's Rogers. Little step back jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed by Addie Gamble. Gamble for Taylor, wide open look at a 3. Halfway down and out, no good. Rebound stolen away from Scott by Hutchison. Gets it to Taylor, back to Hutchison. Now Addie Gamble will reset. Gamble. Comes cross court for Carmichael. Carmichael into the post for Moody. Moody bumped off the play, but no foul called. 5:40 left to play. Here's Rogers. Flips it on the outside. That's a little runner from the right side. It would not go for Branscombe. And the rebound to Clinton. Here's Moody up ahead for Carmichael with the left hand. Can't finish. Lady Dragons just cannot buy a bucket on the offensive end, nor can they buy a foul call. A lot of contact inside, but absolutely no whistles being blown. So both teams make some pretty significant lineup changes. 5:23 left to go here. I think both teams starting to get a little frustrated. Here's Rogers. Rogers able to get it over to Branscombe. Branscombe into the front court for Sharp. Rogers with the fadeaway, no good. It's 3 straight trips where Scott has not hit the basket with their shot. Here's Rod. Rod for Easter Day. Couldn't handle it cleanly, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Scott. It'll stay with Clinton. 4:57 left to play here in the first half. Addie Rogers gets a breather. Hewitt back in for Scott. 5 on the floor right now for the Lady Dragons. Gamble, Easter Day, Hutchison, Rod, and Carmichael. Here's Gamble. Working against Sharp. Drives, kicks it over to Carmichael on the left side. She goes up strong with it. That shot will not fall. Hutchison with the rebound, and Hutchison fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul going to be on Hewitt. Hewitt's first, team's second. And Hutchison with an opportunity to get some points on the board. Just any points would be awesome. Foul shot is up, and it is good. 4:39 left to play, 7-5 our score. Hutchison knocks them both down, and the Lady Dragons lead it by 3, 8-5, their largest lead of the game. Strunk in the backcourt, throws that one up for grabs, and it's going to be grabbed by Addie Gamble. Into the front court come the Lady Dragons, looking to turn defense into points. Here's Gamble. At this point, I wish they could turn anything into points. Here's Gamble for 3. That's no good. And there's a foul on Kensley Hutchison going over the back trying to get that rebound. That'll be her first, team's first here in the period. 4:15 left to go. All right, Jaylee Rod got a hand on that in the backcourt. It falls out of bounds, and it'll be Scott to try and inbound again. Lady Dragons man-to-man in the backcourt. Trap comes. Easter Day all over Sharp. Over to Risden. Up ahead, and they are able to get into the front court. Here's Hewitt. Hewitt outside. Sharp, good find for Risden in the paint. Couldn't get the shot to fall, and Easterday tracks down the rebound. Here comes Gamble looking to run. Addy, left side. Kaylin Taylor. Taylor drives, gets it out for Rod. Rod for Gamble for three. Buries it! Absolutely fantastic possession that time by the Lady Dragons, and the lead balloons to 11-5. Moody with a great defensive play, knocks the ball away, and Addie Gamble once again gets her hands on the loose change. That's a pass inside for Easterday, deflected away and stolen. Here comes Strunk looking to go coast to coast. Runner goes, Callie Strunk. She was not going to be denied that trip. Our score 11-7. An offensive outburst here in Clinton. 4-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Here's Gamble. Gamble up top for Taylor. Taylor for Rod for three. Buries it! Jaylee Rod with her first triple of the night, and it's 14-7, and then Scott turns it over in the backcourt. So, Lady Dragon basketball once again. Carmichael and Stewart back on the floor for Clinton. Here's Carmichael, swish! Knocks down the triple, and the Lady Dragons lead has gone to 10, 17-7. Callie Strunk pulls up, top of the circle, nice shooter's roll right there. Callie Strunk doing everything she can to keep her team in the game. She's got 6 of their 9 points. Here's Moody off the window, no good. Rebound grabbed by Risden and stolen away, but then Risden steals it right back. Trap comes, and a timeout taken by Coach Rusty Yaden as he saw his guard, Sage Risden, trapped in the corner. So we have a timeout on the floor. This is a 30-second timeout, so we will go ahead and keep it right here. 2:07 left to play here in this first half. Up until the last few minutes, this game had been a little bit of a snooze fest. If you enjoy offense, this was not your cup of tea. But the Lady Dragons starting to turn some of that defensive pressure into points, and they now lead at 17-9. So for Clinton, it'll be Carmichael, Gamble, Stewart, Taylor, and Moody. Rogers, Risden, Strunk, Sharp, and Branscombe. The 5 on the floor for the Lady Highlanders. 2:05 left to go here, first half. Here's Rogers. Rogers for Sharp. Sharp for Strunk. Strunk puts up the jumper. No good. Rebound grab by Stewart. Stewart to Taylor, and Taylor into the front court now. Finds Gamble alone in the corner. Left side. Won't go for 3, and the rebound grab by Strunk. Branscombe crosses the timeline with 1:38 left to play in the first half. Branscombe for Rogers at the top of the circle. Rogers looking to drive, has the size advantage on Addie Gamble. Shot no good. Gamble grabs the rebound. Gamble looking, surveying the scene, waits for her teammates to catch up. She'll spin into the corner from Moody. Moody back to Gamble. Addy for three. Buries it. Second triple of the first half for Addy Gamble. And the Lady Dragon lead is now 11, 20-9 with 60 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Strunk. Strunk back up top. Goes for Risden. Sharp into the corner for three. No good on the shot was Branscombe. Rebound going to be controlled by the Lady Highlanders. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. 20-9 our score. Looks like Scott going to try and hold for the last shot of the period. Maybe not. There's a long three, well off the mark. Rebound grab by Josie Moody, and finally a foul called. Josie Moody's been getting mugged all night long inside. And that's going to be a foul on Branscombe. Can only imagine that Josie Moody after these games is one big bruise. She gets abused in the post. But does not get the call as often as you would think. 16 seconds left, first half. Kaylin Taylor with the ball on the right side. Taylor for Carmichael, and Carmichael going to be fouled by Rogers. Oh, no, they got Kelly Hewitt on that one. They were both in the vicinity. My apologies to the Rogers family. Here is Carmichael's first foul shot. No good. Second foul on Hewitt. Fourth foul against Scott here in this second quarter. 7.8 seconds left as Lainey Carmichael cannot hit the second one. Rebound going to be grabbed inside by Scott, tied up by Easterday. And the arrow favors Clinton with 3.6 to play. Oh, no, arrow favors Scott. This referee down here had it wrong. Up ahead, here's Strunk from mid-court to beat the buzzer. Had the distance just off the mark to the left. At the end of one half of play, your Clinton Lady Dragons lead the Scott Lady Highlanders 20-9. We'll be back with halftime in just a few minutes on Dragon Vision.
guess you confused. I got a small circle, I'm not with different crews. We walk the same path, we got on different shoes. Live in the same building, but we got different views. I got a couple cars, I never get to use. Don't like my women single, I like my chicks in twos. And these days, all the girls are down the road. I hit the strip club and all the bitches round the pole. Plus I've been sipping, so the shit is moving kinda slow. Just tell my girl to tell a friend that it's time to go. Now tell me how you love me. You know you haven't talked about the habits right over me. It's your money. If it ain't running with it, run from it. Alright, that's a man, show some money in this book. And I got me swimming like some money in this book. You dig? I got a money for the person. I was back because I should meet me on the fresh train. Yes, I'm in the building. You just on the list of guest names. And all of my rivals do not give up X games. Guns turn you boys into sex change. And I smoke till I got chest pains. And you know I rep my game like Jesse James. Women are possessive, and they wanna possess me. I've been blasting till I fell asleep. I'm up in the lane. Skinny pants and some fans. Call me triple A, get my advance in advance. Amen. As the world spinning, dance in my hands. Life is a beach, I'm just playing in the sand. Wake up and smell it. You can't see me, but never overlook me. I'm on a paper trail and ain't no telling where it took me. Yeah, but I ain't a killer with no push. Now tell me how you love me. You know you haven't talked about the habits right over me. It's your money. If it ain't running, let it run from it. Alright, that's a man, show some money in this book. And I got me swimming like some money in this book. You dig? I got money for the person. I was back because I should how do you say this never said? Beautiful black woman, I've been there with better red. Never been off tour cause I made more on my second leg. Birdman, Junior, 11th grade. Drawing automatic slide. And I handed to Drake and do a quarterback draw. Wildcat offense, check the conference. We in the building, to the conference. One nigga really my blood, baby. Flow so nice, you ain't gotta put a rug on it. You a big like small fall under that. Bad way you stumble that. From where they double that. I ain't got the beat jumping like a jumping jack. You know we acting on this bitch and had a heart attack. You know I'm the heart of that. Big shot of that. You know that car. But it didn't play. Tell me how you love me. You know you ain't talking about the habits right over me. It's your money. If it ain't running, get it running from me. Alright, that's a man, show some money in this book. And I got me swimming like some money in this book. So yeah, I got my money for the person. I was back because I should
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back inside the Don W. Locker Gymnasium. Halftime winding down here inside the Donnie Dome as the Lady Dragons have blown open this game. It was 5-5 after the first quarter of play. Clinton outscored Scott 15-4 in that second quarter. Now lead at 20-9. 11 points is the largest lead of the night for Clinton. Taking a look at the scoring leaders for our visitors from Huntsville, Callie Strunk leads the way with 6 points. She also has 2 fouls. That did cause her to miss a significant portion of the first half. Callie Strunk playing with those 2 fouls, still with 6 points. And as I mentioned at one point during that second quarter, doing everything she possibly can to keep her team in this game. The other point scorer tonight for Scott thus far, Addie Rogers. She has 3 points in the game. Meanwhile, for the Lady Dragons, Addie Gamble leads the way with 6 points. Kaylin Taylor scored the first 6 points of the game for Clinton. She had 6 points in that first half. Lainey Carmichael and Jaylee Rod each added 3-pointers in this first half, and Kensley Hutchison 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and that's how the Lady Dragons got to this 20-point plateau. The boys JV teams matched up earlier here before our game tipped off, and it was the Clinton boys JV knocking off Scott by the final of 55-39. Next up for the Dragons, a busy week next week. Monday at Carnes, Tuesday home for a district game against Gibbs, and then Friday night will be over at Anderson County. That is next Friday, February the 6th. We'll be over at AC for round 2 of the Crosstown Showdown. 10 seconds left here in halftime as we get you ready. Clinton leading 20-9. They will be moving from your left to your right on your monitor now. And Scott, conversely, moving from your right to your left.
As we get ready for the second half, we'd like to recognize Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, the official sports medicine partner of Clinton High School.
So 20-9 is the score. Clinton will open up with the ball. Kaylin Taylor, Addie Gamble, Josie Moody, Kensley Hutchison, Laney Carmichael, your starting 5 on the floor for the orange and black. Meanwhile, it is Sharp, Strunk, Branscombe, Rogers, and Risden out there to start this second half for the Lady Highlanders. Kaylin Taylor thought really hard about taking that 3, passed it up, gives it off for Josie Moody. Moody drives down the lane, and we've got a foul whistled against Scott. Oh my God, they called somebody for a hand check on Josie. That'll be her first, Maya Sharp's first personal foul, team's first here in this third quarter. 20-9 our score. Hutchison hands it off to Taylor. Taylor. Now for Moody. Moody on the left side. Drives, fall away, won't go. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Hutchison. It will be Scott basketball. Kelly Strunk with it. Working the ball into the front court. Risden for Strunk. Strunk, nice job saving that to Rogers. Now Strunk gets it back outside. Here's a 3. No good. Rebound tracked down on the weak side by Branscombe. Into the post for Rogers. Outside Strunk for 3. No good. Rebound collected by Risden. Risden back up top now for Sharp, and she'll reset. 11-point lead for Clinton. Scott with the basketball. Here's Strunk. Strunk surveys the scene, works to her right, hands it off there for Sharp. Excuse me. Sharp to Rogers inside. Rogers looking to post up against Laney Carmichael. Easier said than done, but Carmichael with the foul. That'll be Laney's first, team's first. 6:37 left to play. 2 shots coming up for Addie Rogers. Rogers was 1 for 1 at the stripe in that first half. Second foul shot, or first foul shot, I should say, is up and good. Rogers now with 4 points in the game. Second foul shot, also good. Addie Rogers, 3 for 3 at the stripe. It's 20-11. Lady Dragons with the lead in the ball. Josie Moody casually brings it into the front court. Works to her right, gives it off there for Addie Gamble. Gamble, 3 ball on the way, halfway down and out, no good. Moody with the rebound. Moody fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls number 12, Sage Risden.
That's Sage Risden, her first, team's second. Josie Moody at the line, looking for her first points of the game. First foul shot, no good. And Moody goes 1 for 2, makes it 21-11. Lead back to 10 for Clinton, 21-11. Strunk. That pass stolen away by Taylor. Taylor drives to the cup and lays it up and in. 23-11, 12 points, now the largest lead of the game for the Lady Dragons. Risden gives it off for Branscombe. Branscombe to Strunk. Strunk just across the timeline. Her pass to Rogers. Finally controlled by Rogers, despite the best efforts of Moody. Here is Maya Sharp for three. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of Scott, and it will be Clinton basketball. 23-11 our score. 5:47 left to play. A game that I believe you can describe pretty fairly as a rock fight. Not a lot of offense. Defense has been the star. And here comes Kaylin Taylor leading all scorers with 8 points into the front court. 5.5 to play now, third quarter. Taylor gets a couple of screens up top. Down low to Lainey Carmichael. Carmichael shot blocked, and it'll be controlled by Scott. 5:20 left to play. Third quarter. Strunk into the front court for the Lady Highlanders. Ball knocked away by Hutchison. Good hands, active hands. Disrupting those passing lanes. Here is Sharp. Sharp guarded by Hutchison. Under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. 23-11 remains the score. Addie Rogers with it, tries to hand it off up top to Strunk, almost stolen away by Carmichael. Strunk regathers, picked up top by Hutchison. Strunk on the drive, throws up a wild shot. It's no good. She's going to go to the line to shoot two. That's going to be a foul on Moody, her first, team second. 4:41 left to play in this first quarter, or third quarter, I should say. Shot is up, shot is no good. Carmichael gets a breather, and Jaylee Rod checks in for Clinton. Second foul shot for Strunk, no good. Rebound grab by Moody. Moody up ahead for Gamble. Gamble waits for her teammates. Baseline, Rod back outside. Taylor, open look at a three, won't go. Rebound collected by Rogers. Rogers able to wrap the pass around to Risden. Here comes Risden into the front court. She gets it off to Rogers. Rogers to Sharp. Maya Sharp settles things down a little bit up top. 23-11 halfway through this third quarter. That is going to be a foul from behind. They're going to get Gamble. That'll be her third, team's third.
That's on Addie Gamble, her third, team third of the half.
Grace Stewart checks in. Kensley Hutchison checks out for Clinton. Topanga Easterday going to sub in as well at the next dead ball. So Gamble out there with three fouls. Oh, Shooter got left alone. Could not make the Lady Dragons pay, though, and the rebound comes off to Taylor. Taylor up ahead for Rod. Rod finishes at the rim. Jaylee Rod with 5 points in the game, and the lead now to 14, 25-11. Largest of the night for the Lady Dragons. Stewart knocks that pass away. Rod controls for Clinton. Here's Jaylee. Dumps it off for Stewart. Can't get it. There's Moody with the follow. Her shot no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Scott. Great hustle all around. Gamble going to get a breather with those three fouls. Topanga Easterday checks in for her. So 3:30 left to play, third quarter. Easterday, her pass stolen away by Strunk. Up ahead for Rogers. Rogers guarded nicely out there by Stewart. Strunk calling for a screen. Into the corner now. They dump it down low for Rogers. Her shot is up and good. Addie Rogers now with 7 points, and it's 25-13. Clinton with a 12-point advantage. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Here's Here's Rod, hands it off to Taylor. Here's Taylor, knocks it down from 15 feet. Kaylin Taylor, first player in this game into double figures. She's got 10. 27-13, 2.5 to play, third quarter. All Lady Dragons since that first quarter. And there's Easter Day with the bump along the baseline. That'll be her second. And the team's fourth. 2:25 left here, third period. Next foul by Clinton will put Scott into the bonus for the remainder of the period. So, with it, Risden gets it to Sharp. Sharp in the corner now for Strunk on that right side. Strunk surveying the scene, calling for some motion. 2:10 left to play, third quarter. Highlanders down by 14 points here on the road. Lady Dragons looking to pull off the season sweep. Working it around the horn, Maya Sharp with it. Guarded out there by Josie Moody. Under 2 minutes to play now, third period. Here's J.C. Goodman. Goodman's pass for Risden. Risden for Goodman. Hands it off to Sharp. Oh, I think we have got a double foul, so Kylie Branscombe and Grace Stewart each whistled for a personal foul. That is the fifth foul against Clinton, the third against Scott. No shots, though, as it was a double foul. So Scott with the basketball. Here's Strunk. To Risden. Risden, runner in the lane, won't go, but she will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Lainey Carmichael commits her second personal foul. That is team foul number 6 against Clinton. So from here on out, the Lady Highlanders will be shooting free throws for the next 88 seconds. First foul shot, no good. Sharp and Branscombe take seats on the bench for Scott. Second shot, no good. Rebound tracked down by Jaylee Rod. Here's Rod into the front court. Rod drops it off for Kaylin Taylor. Nice find from Rod on the move. Kaylin Taylor with 12 points now, and it's 29-13. Here's a steal by the Lady Dragons coming back the other way. Moody for Rod. Rod drops it off again for Taylor. Rod with the dime, Taylor with the deposit, and the Lady Dragons are rolling now. 60 seconds to go, third quarter. 31-13 the count. Lady Dragons lead it by 18 here at home. That pass out of bounds. They're going to get a foul on Topanga Easterday. She's like, what? No, Topanga, that was a foul. All right, so her third, and it will be shots for Scott. Battling for the ball along the baseline. Easterday, a little bit too much body on her. Foul shot is up and good for Risden. Her first point of the contest. Second one well short. Rebound tracked down by no one. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Clinton basketball. 31-14 our score, 46.8 seconds left to play. Here in quarter number 3, Lady Dragons starting to pull away here after a 5-5 first quarter. It has been all Clinton. Outscoring Scott since 26-9. 30 seconds left. Here's Taylor, runner in the lane, gets the friendly roll. She's got 10 points in the half, 16 for the game, and it's a 19-point advantage now for Clinton. New high lead here, or biggest lead, I should say. Here's Strunk. Strunk trapped in the corner, gets it out to Hewlett. Dumps it down low, almost stolen away by Jaylee Rod, but Rod read that pass so very well, knocked it away from J.C. Goodman. 8.2 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3. Inbounds pass finds Goodman. Goodman can't hit the shot, and there is a rebound by Rogers. She gets it to go up and in, and she's going to head to the free throw line to shoot for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And Rogers with the basket and one.
That foul whistled on Kaylin Taylor. Her first shot coming for Addie Rogers with 4.6 to play here in the period. It is up. It is good. Addie Rogers now 4 for 4 from the stripe. 2 seconds left. Taylor hoists one up at the buzzer. No good. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, the Clinton Lady Dragons lead the Scott Lady Highlanders by the count of 33-17. We'll be back with more Dragon Vision in just a few moments. Welcome back, everybody. It is Dragon Vision on a Thursday night. Just crossed the top of the hour. It is now 7 p.m. here in the East. No matter where you are, hope you're having a great night. 33-17, Lady Dragons with the lead. Kaylin Taylor with 16 points leading the way for the Lady Dragons. Addie Rogers very quietly putting together a very solid night for Scott. She's got, hang on here, 10 points. So Scott opens up the quarter with the basketball, again moving from your right to your left. Here's a pass knocked away and stolen, Lady Dragons. Taylor comes out of there with the ball. Taylor gets it over to Gamble, catch and shoot 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound Goodman. And stolen away by Easterday. Easterday for Rod. Rod fouled on the shot. Goodman, the guilty party. 7:39 left to play in this one. So that's the first foul on Goodman. First foul against Scott as a team here in this fourth quarter. Jaylee Rod at the line, already with 5 points in the game. Let's go ahead and make that 6. 6 points for the daughter of former Dragon, Jessie Rod. Second shot on its way and good. 7 points now for Jaylee. And it's 35-17. Substitution comes on as Strunk checks back into the game for Scott. Hewitt takes a seat on the bench for the Lady Highlanders. 7:38 left to play here. Into the front court, Sharp gets it to Strunk. Trap comes on her almost immediately. Strunk works to her right, picks up her dribble, now to Goodman. Goodman to Rogers. Rogers looking around for Strunk. Strunk down the lane, finds Goodman. Nice little 10-foot jumper from the baseline. J.C. Goodman's first bucket of the game makes it 35-19. Lead still 16 for Clinton. They've led by as many as 19 in this one. Rod down low for Carmichael. Carmichael, good find for Taylor, and Taylor finds the range once again. Kaylin Taylor now with 18 points in the game, 12 here in this second half. There's a pass, too tall for Strunk, and it goes back over to the Lady Dragons. So 37-19 the score, 18-point advantage. Topanga Easterday takes a seat on the bench, so you're 5 on the floor now for Clinton. Carmichael, Rod, Moody, Gamble, and Taylor with the basketball. Here's Taylor. Over to Gamble on the right side, back over to Taylor. Straightaway look at a three, no good. Rebound grab by Rogers underneath. She gets it to Strunk. Strunk will work to get this ball into the front court. Over to Rogers. Rogers, hounded, gets it up ahead. Branscombe, her pass deflected and stolen. Here comes Rod. Moody got a hand on it. Rod controls, can't finish. Addie Gamble can't finish with the second chance opportunity. And then that one falls in. Gamble gets the hoop and the harm. 8 points for Addie Gamble, and she's going to the line to shoot one for the old-fashioned three-point play. 39-19, 20 points, largest lead of the game for Clinton. Gamble left that one short. Rebound grab by Moody. Moody outside. Gamble for three. Halfway down and out. No good. Rogers with the rebound. Rogers working to get this ball into the front court. All kinds of trouble, but does it. Nice job handling the ball there by Rogers. Down the lane for Strunk. Her layup will not fall. And the rebound tracked down in the corner by Risden. So Sage Risden works to her right, gets it in the corner over there. Here's Branscombe. Branscombe for Strunk. Shot on the way, up and good. Callie Strunk with 8 points in the game. That's her first basket of the second half. 39-21 is the score. Clinton with the lead here at home. Here's Gamble outside. Taylor for three. Swoosh! Kaylin Taylor now with 21 points, 15 in the second half. And the Lady Dragons are doubling up Scott, 42-21. Strunk gets it down low, looking for Rogers. Ball knocked away from behind. Good defense there by Josie Moody. Again, those active hands denying the pass. Jaylee Rod checks out. Kensley Hutchison checks back in. So the starting five back on the floor for Clinton. 5:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Clinton leads it 42-21. Since the first quarter ended 5-5, Clinton has outscored. Oh, that was a nice run there by Strunk. She's got 10 now. So 37-18 is what Clinton has outscored Scott by since that 5-5 first quarter. 42-23. Here's Gamble on the left side. Here's Gamble. Over for Taylor. Taylor working against Strunk. Loses her, drives, throws it up, and she's going back to the free throw line. Kaylin Taylor having quite a night. It's going to be on Branscombe. That's her fourth and the team's third here in the period. So Kaylin Taylor at the free throw line. Rattles the first one home. She's got 22 now. And the lead back to 20, 43-23. Second foul shot, no good, and it'll be off the hands of Kensley Hutchison. Taylor has almost single-handedly matched Scott's scoring output tonight. She's got 22. Scott has 23 on the board right now. There's Rogers. Rogers trying to find Risden off of her hands and out of bounds. Lady Dragon basketball with 3:55 to play in the quarter. So Taylor walks it into the front court. Well, most of the way into the front court. Hands it off there for Gamble. Gamble for Hutchison. Kensley over to Lainey Carmichael. Carmichael for Gamble on the right wing. Here is a straightaway look at a three for Josie Moody. No good. Rebound grab by Gamble. Gamble off the window and in. Gamble with 10 points, and it's 45-23. Largest lead of the game for Clinton now, 22. 3:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. All Clinton since the end of the first. Timeout taken by Coach Rusty Yaden.
Lady Highlanders.
So they will take the timeout to talk things over. It is a full timeout. We'll take 30 seconds of it with them. We'll be right back with more Dragon Vision.
This time out brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, the official sports medicine partner of Clinton High School. Shout out to Dr. Grace and athlete trainer Bailey for keeping our athletes game ready.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action. It's all Clinton here as they lead at 45-23. 3:14 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Whew. Right now, the Anderson County boys are absolutely shellacking Gibbs. 38-11, the latest score update. That's the halftime score in the boys' game. They got started off early tonight. I'm not 1,000% sure why, but believe that the wintry weather that is expected in the area not due until tomorrow afternoon, but hey, who am I to criticize? Here is Josie Moody off the pass from Addie Gamble following a steal. That ball knocked out of bounds by Scott. Josie Moody, a little frustrated out there. She cannot buy a basket tonight. 1 point in the game, but here is Hutchison. She was fouled, but there was no call. And up ahead, here's Risden. Risden for Branscombe, now back to Risden. Risden looking to drive off the window, won't go. Rebound Goodman, that won't go. Rebound collected by Scott. Here is Strunk. Strunk, shot no good, may have been blocked by Addie Gamble. That one was blocked by Kinsley Hutchison. Ball's loose on the floor now, and it's going to be a tie ball. The arrow favors the Clinton Lady Dragons. 2:32 left to play in this one. Clinton looking pretty good to improve to 23-2 and 5-1 in the district. Scott looking like they're going to fall to 7-15 and fall to the 500 mark in district play at 3-3. 2:22 left to play here though, and here's Addie Gamble, shot no good. Josie Moody finally gets a field goal to go down. She's got 3 points in the game and the lead up to 24 now, 47-23. Strunk down low for Goodman, deflected away by Hutchison. That's my favorite thing about this edition of the Lady Dragons is that it does not matter. They are going to continue to play defense until the final buzzer sounds. So, Lady Dragon head coach Alicia Doherty wants to talk a couple of things over. So we've got a timeout on the floor. This one is also a full timeout, so we'll take a portion of this with them. We'll be right back. Our score, Clinton 47, Scott 23 on Dragon Vision. Welcome back, everybody. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left to play here. Both teams have emptied their benches. Abby Phillips, Emily Douglas, and Kylie Gallagher getting their first action of the night for Clinton. Easter Day and Stewart join them on the floor. It's like Cheyenne Bird is checked in for the Lady Highlanders. Here's a step back from Hewitt, who knocks it down. Kelly Hewitt's first basket of the night, and it's 47-25. Easter Day Able to secure that pass, gets it over to Emily Douglas, 17-footer, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and they say last touch by Scott. 94 seconds left in this one. Easterday inbounds it to Stewart, and there's a foul on the shot. They're going to get Cheyenne Bird, I do believe. 2 shots coming up for Grace Stewart. So that foul is on Bird, her first, team's fourth. First shot for Stewart, no good. Kendall Gibson is also checked in for Scott. And there is Stewart, her first point of the night, makes it 48-25 with 92 seconds left. Jumper on the way, well off the mark. Rebound grab by Easterday, and Topanga looking to run. Down low for Stewart in the paint. Gets the friendly roll. Grace Stewart with her third point of the night, and it's 50-25. Clinton doubling up Scott once again. Here's Maya Sharp. Sharp for, I believe that was Taylon Swinson. Yes. So Taylon Swinson with the three-pointer for Scott makes it 50-28. There's a turnover, and Sharp comes into the front court. 35 seconds left in a 22-point game. Here is Bird. Bird looking to drive, and Bird fouled by Grace Stewart. May have had the wind knocked out of her. That's the second foul on Stewart. And that looks like the wind got knocked out of her. And of course, as I've been telling you people for 26 years, I have absolutely no medical training. Dragon training staff down there helping out. So 30 seconds left in this one. Clinton going to go to 23-2, 5-1 in the district. Scott going to fall to 7-15, 3-3 in district play. And that was Cheyenne Bird. Yeah, don't know if she got the wind knocked out of her, exactly what was going on there, but that'd be the foul on Stewart. So J.C. Goodman going to shoot the free throw for Bird. 50-28 our score. First one, no good. Second one, no good. Rebound, tied up between Easterday and Hewitt. And the arrow will keep it with Scott. 50-28, 27.8 seconds left. The Lady Highlanders going to try and dress up the box score. Here's Sharp. Sharp for Kendall Gibson. Outside, three ball on the way from Swinson, no good. Rebound grab by Easterday. Up ahead, Kylie Gallagher throws it up off the glass and in. That's a very popular basket with the Lady Dragon fans, and that is going to be the final point of tonight's contest. Our score, the Clinton Lady Dragons complete the season sweep of Scott, 52-28. An impressive 24-point win here at home over the Lady Highlanders. Dragons are 23-2 on the season. Scott falls to 7-15. We're going to take a quick little break right here. I'm going to do some math for you. When we come back, we'll get you the scoring leaders as the Lady Dragons improve to 23-2 Final score 52-28. Back with more in moments on Dragon Vision. Welcome back, everybody. If there's a very good thing about a low-scoring game, it does make the math quite easy for yours truly. So let's take a look here and see about the scoring leaders. First of all tonight, for our visitors from Scott County, Scott was led by Addie Rogers, who had 10 points, 7 of those coming after halftime. Also with 10 points was Callie Strunk. Strunk did the majority of her damage, 60% of that damage in the first half, 10 points for her on the night. The scoring column was pretty light after that. Taylon Swinson with 3 points. That came late off the bench with a 3-pointer. J.C. Goodman and Kelly Hewitt off the bench, each with 2 points tonight for Scott. And Sage Risden rounded out the scoring for the Lady Highlanders with 1 point. Again, Scott falls to 7-15, 3-3 in district play. Meanwhile, for your homestanding and victorious 9th-ranked Lady Dragons, it was Kaylin Taylor with 22 points, 16 of those after halftime. 22 points for Kaylin Taylor, an impressive outing here at home. Next up in the scoring column, and the only other double-figure scorer tonight for Clinton, was Addie Gamble. She had 10 points, including a couple of big three-pointers in the first half that helped blow open a game that was tied at 5 after the first quarter. Next up in the scoring column tonight, Jaylee Rod had 7 points in the game. Some impressive baskets during the course of this one. She also had some really nice passes to her teammates to set them up for scores. Jaylee Rod with a nice night with 7 points. Josie Moody had 3 points tonight for Clinton, as did Lainey Carmichael and Grace Stewart with 2 points apiece. It was Kensley Hutchison and Kylie Gallagher. So Clinton again improves to 23-2 on the season. They are now 5-1 in district play as this spectacular start to the season continues here at Clinton. So right now we're going to step aside for just another quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for game number 2. It's the Dragons and the Highlanders, and you're watching it on Dragon Vision.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turn to the city, I broke up the knot. Got some more millions, I keep getting out. Created history, it made me a lot. Each other do me and give me the false. We call it toxic, so they got a chop. Just know how to fight it, cause I'm running out, I can be got it all. Oh yeah, I'm the boss, man, and that's super the top. Keep me sober, I gotta stay hot. It's a been a kid with a job. Man, it's special like only a cloud. And when we baby, I keep me so fine. She knows it, brother, she cannot decide. Ladies been saving, so they just surprise. Keep on me letting her ride. In the back, while I'm gripping her side. Even man back, this ain't regular size. You be clapping up, paying through the eyes. You ain't still got things out of the sky. That girl is always putting this in the sky. You see on my side, I ain't changing my whole life. Tell me the dog, and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turn to the city, I broke up the knots. Got some more millions, I keep getting out. Created history, it made me a lot. Each other different, ain't getting no false. We call it toxic, but they got a chop. Took a hard fight, because I'm running like Nike, we got it all up.
from the Clinton High School. Game number 2 in the boys contest featuring the Scott Highlanders taking on the Clinton Dragons. First, your starting lineup for the visiting Highlanders. At a post, number 21, Landon Goodman. At forward, number 12, Landon Washam. At another forward, number 3, Wyatt Lloyd. At guard, number 2, Isaiah Washam. And at point guard, number 1, Jagan Morgan. Highlanders are coached by Brent Ellis.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back inside the Don W. Locker Gymnasium. Game 2 of our double dip just about to get started. The Scott Highlanders clad in all red with the black numerals and the white trim. Dragons in their home white with the black numerals and the orange trim. About to tip this one up, Landon Washam and Bryson Maddox to tip it off. And the opening tap will be controlled by Scott. Underneath the basket, it's Isaiah Washam. Outside for Landon Goodman, who gives it up now. So, Scott, moving from your left to your right now. Clinton, 17-5 on the season, unbeaten in district play at 5-0. That includes a 48-42 win at Scott on January the 16th. Here's a near steal by the Dragons. Cam Nelson got a hand on that pass, and it goes out of bounds. So Scott to inbound. That ball off of Braylon Hayden, they say. He got a hand on that one, so nothing going to come easy tonight. At least here in the early going for the Highlanders. 29 seconds gone by here in quarter number 1. Inbounds pass to Jagan Morgan. Morgan working against Lundy. Turns in the lane, can't get it to go. Lundy skies for the board, now up ahead to Cam Nelson. Here's Nelson. Nelson finds Alcorn, who hands it off to Nelson. Nelson along the baseline for Lundy. Lundy back outside. Nelson looking for Alcorn. Alcorn takes the pass into the lane. Hangs in the air and gets the game's first points. Jackson Alcorn with his first bucket of the night, and it's 2-0. Isaiah Washam with the ball into the front court for the Highlanders. They come in with a record of 12-8. They are 1-4 in district play. Last time they played was Friday night at Anderson County, a game they lost 65-57. Here's Landon Goodman. He gives it up for Wyatt Lloyd. Back underneath for Morgan. Morgan for Landon Washam. Now to the free throw line. Jumper no good for Isaiah Washam. And the rebound to Clinton. Alcorn for Nelson. Nelson back to Alcorn. Left side, here's Lundy inside for Braylon Hayden. Back out, Alcorn for three, off the mark, no good. Lundy with his second rebound of the early going. Here's Maddox for Nelson. Nelson weaving through traffic, baseline jumper, good. Cam Nelson clearly feeling better. Wasn't feeling great on Friday night, but gets his scoring started early with a little baseline jumper. 4-0 our score, 5:44 left to play. Dragons with the lead, Scott with the ball. Here's Morgan. Morgan drives, blocked by Braylon Hayden. And then out of bounds, last touched by Scott. Great defense that trip by the Dragons. 5:33 left to go. Braylon Hayden with a nice block inside. Here comes Clinton looking to add to their 4-point lead. Here's Lundy for Alcorn. Alcorn under the basket, can't get it to go. Rebound comes off to Jagan Morgan, up ahead for Goodman. Now here's Washam, Landon Washam. His shot emphatically denied inside. Here's Nelson, nice no-look pass for Lundy, and Lundy finishes the break. 6-0 our score, 4:55 to go. Nelson with a really nifty pass right there. And that ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover against the Highlanders. Isaiah Washam throws that one a little bit too tall for Landon Goodman over there on the opposite side of the floor. 4:47 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Nelson for Maddox. Maddox off the window. Beautiful little reverse layup right there, and it's 8-0. And Coach Brent Ellis of Scott has already seen enough. He wants to take a timeout. It is a full timeout. Let's take part of it with him. Our score with 4:38 left to go in the first quarter. The Clinton Dragons 8, the Scott Highlanders 0. Back in moments on Dragon Vision. Welcome back, everybody. The Scott Highlanders trail your Clinton Dragons 8-0 here early. Dragons looking to go to 6-0 in district play, move one step closer to securing a regular season district championship and the top seed at the tournament. Scott trying to get their second district win of the season, pull off the upset here on the road. Dragons making it difficult on Scott. Here's Isaiah Washam, gives it up. This is Landon Washam. He gives it up. Now it's Jagan Morgan who gets on the board for the first time for Scott, and it's now 8-2. Up ahead, Dragons throw that one away. Pass a little bit too tall for Tristan Lundy. Too far out in front of him anyway, and it goes back over to the Highlanders. 8-2 our score, 4:10 left to play here in quarter number one. Isaiah Washam with it, and that's a tie ball, and the arrow will favor Clinton. So good defense there by Bryson Maddox. We talk a lot about his offensive capability, and it is immense. He's also a pretty dandy defensive player as well. Showed it right there. Halfway through the first quarter, 8-2 the score. That handoff between Nelson and Maddox went awry, and Isaiah Washam of Scott comes out of there with it. So Washam gives it up for Landon Washam. And now here's Wyatt Lloyd. Lloyd, little baby hook with the left hand, won't go. Jackson Alcorn controls the rebound. Up ahead looking for Lundy. That pass off of a Scott defender. So good piece of defense down there in the open court by Isaiah Washam to get a hand on that one and prevent the easy lay-in. Isaiah Williams checks in for Clinton, and Tristan Lundy takes a seat. Here's Nelson for Williams. Williams fires the three, buries the three. Isaiah Williams makes it 11-2. He just comes in off the bench and nails a three. 3:20 left to play here in quarter number one. Isaiah Washam with the ball. Dragon student section has come to life now. Lloyd for Goodman. Goodman will launch the three. It's no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Maddox. Maddox weaving his way through some traffic. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson, nice pass into the lane for Alcorn. Back outside for Williams. Williams contested three this time. A little bit off the mark. Rebound to Goodman. Here come the Highlanders back the other way. Lloyd, his pass, finds its way to Jagan Morgan. Now it's underneath. Goodman, his shot won't fall. Rebound grabbed by Hayden. Hayden up ahead for Camden Nelson, and Cam lays it up and in. 13-2, an 11-point lead for the Dragons here early. Here's Morgan with it. In case you were wondering, over at Anderson County, it was the Mavericks defeating Gibbs tonight in the boys' game, 71-37. Matt, was that game at AC or at Gibbs? It was at AC. Thank you. So just up the road a piece, it was the Mavericks completing the sweep of Gibbs tonight as the Lady Mavs won the opener there, 55-23. Boys follow that up with a 71-37 win. Here it's 13-2, all Dragons here in the early going. Kicked ball by the Dragons, and it will remain Scott basketball. Ben Tackett checks in. Jackson Alcorn checks out. So it's Hayden, Tackett, Williams, or Hayden just checked out as well. Here's a shot put up by Wyatt Lloyd, and Lloyd knocks it down. Williams for Nelson, out there with Tackett, Lundy, and Maddox. 85 seconds left to go, first quarter. 13-4 the score. Lundy with the ball on the right wing. Drops it off down low. Bryson Maddox through contact, lays it up and in. He's got four. Nice dime from Lundy. 15-4. 70 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Dragons leading by 11, matching their largest lead of the game. Washam into the corner for Washam, and it's Landon Washam knocking down the three to make it 15-7. Here's Maddox inside for Lundy. Lundy posting up against Lloyd, goes up strong and lays it in. Tristan Lundy with 4 points. Three Dragons with 4 points apiece now. Lundy, Nelson, and Maddox. 17-7 our score. Into the front court. Ball gets through to Isaiah Washam. Trailing the play, Lloyd. Now it's Goodman. Thought about the three. Will take the three and make the three. Landon Goodman makes it 17-10. Here's Lundy into the open floor. Lundy, that's a blocking foul on the floor before the shot, they say. So it will be Dragon ball out of bounds. Let's see. I think this is on Goodman. It is his first and the first foul of the entire contest. Logan Hill and Cam Anderson are checking in for the Dragons. Bryson Maddox and Isaiah Williams take seats. 17-10 our score. Dragons have led by as many as 11. They've got the ball out of bounds. Here's Nelson. Nelson for Lundy. Lundy looking to drive through a lot of contact. No foul called. Rebound to Wyatt Lloyd. Lloyd up ahead for Isaiah Washam. Along the baseline, it's Morgan. Tie ball. Arrow's going to keep it with Scott, but great defense there by Cam Anderson. 4.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball inbounded, stolen. Lundy, 2 seconds. He fires, leaves it short. So at the end of one quarter of play, the Clinton Dragons lead the Scott Highlanders by the score of 17-10. We'll be back in just a few moments with more on Dragon Vision.
Today's athletic event will not be tolerated. Please keep it positive with officials, opponents, coaches, and each other. Remember, high school sports are about students learning and growing, not just winning. Let's all do our part to bench bad behavior at our athletic events. Brought to you by the TSSAA and NFHS.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can tell, the bass is in full effect here at the Donnie Dome. 17-10 our score. 3 Dragons with 4 points apiece. Tristan Lundy, Cam Nelson, and Bryson Maddox. Isaiah Williams has 3, and Jackson Alcorn has 2 points. Leading the way right now for Scott, Landon Washam and Landon Goodman, each with 3. And Jagan Morgan and Wyatt Lloyd, each with 2. So, Dragons open up this second quarter with the ball in their hands, moving from your right to your left. Hayden, Tackett, Lundy, Alcorn, and Maddox, your 5 on the floor. Here's Alcorn. Gets it outside to Hayden, drops it off down low. Here's Lundy, back to Hayden, through his hands, but right to Alcorn. 7:42 left to play here in this first half. That pass tipped and stolen. It'll be controlled by Lloyd for Scott. Here's Washam to Washam, and now it's Morgan. Isaiah Washam will control things out front. He works to his right, spins back into the middle of the lane. Now he hands it off there to Wyatt Lloyd. Lloyd tried to get through the double team, and he was unsuccessful as that shot is no good. Loose ball in the open floor, grabbed by Bryson Maddox, but he could not control it. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Scott basketball. Ooh, thank you. So here we go. Jagan Morgan with the basketball. For Goodman on that left wing. Lloyd now working against Bryson Maddox. Into the paint for Isaiah Washam. Now back to Lloyd. Good defense there by Maddox. Here's a shot from the corner, no good. Rebound grab by Hayden. Up ahead for Lundy. Lundy with the pretty little layup right there. Tristan Lundy on the fast break makes it 19-10. He's got 6. And there was a foul on Scott. So, Tristan Lundy at the line for the old-fashioned three-point play and possibly doubling up Scott. Foul shot, good. So Lundy's got 7. That's the first foul on Wyatt Lloyd. First foul against Scott here in this second quarter. 20-10 the score. With it, it's Morgan. Goodman with it. Ball stolen by Lundy. Lundy in the open floor. Nice finish from the left side. He's got 9 points. 22-10, largest lead of the game for the Dragons. And that's a reach-in foul on Lundy. First foul against the Dragons, not just in this quarter, but in this entire game. So 5:48 left. Wyatt Lloyd will inbound. Starting 5 still on the floor. And there is a steal. Bryson Maddox grabs the errant pass and dunks. Bryson Maddox, who in the last game we were here for, eclipsed the 1,500 point mark for his career on a very similar play. Comes up with the game's first dunk here tonight, 24-10. Scott looking to answer. That ball knocked away, controlled now by Nelson. Nelson behind the back for Ben Tackett. Tackett couldn't finish it at the cup. Rebound off the glass to Landon Washam. Outside for Lloyd. Lloyd drives, kicks. Goodman for three, no good. Rebound going to be fought for and finally controlled by Alcorn for the Dragons. 5 minutes to play, first half. Here is Maddox. Maddox from the left side, pulls up from about 10 feet, can't get it to go. Rebound, Tackett. Tackett off the window and in. 26-10, 16-point lead now for the Dragons here at home. 4:40 left to play, first half. Three ball on the way from Lloyd is no good. Rebound, Ben Tackett. Tackett gives it off for Nelson. Nelson into the front court. Nelson tried to get a little too fancy there and spin past that ball to one of his teammates, but it's stolen away by Scott. Here comes Morgan the other way. Gives it up for Landon Washam. Landon drives in, lays it up. I believe Alcorn changed that shot. Didn't touch it, but he did change it. Here's Hayden now. Hayden into the corner. Alcorn, baseline, left side. Outside now for Nelson for three. The bank is open for Cam Nelson. Even at 7:56 on a Thursday night. 29-10, the Dragon lead has exploded to 19. Dragons playing with a ferocity here tonight. Leading it by 19 points. 3:40 left to play. Here's Lloyd for Goodman. Almost a steal by Tackett, but it's going to be a foul on Ben. So his first, team's second. 3:33 left to go. Coming up at halftime, hoping to be joined by Lady Dragon head coach Alicia Doherty. After her team's impressive win over Scott here tonight in our opener, 52-28. Into the game for the first time tonight, Bentley Ellis. Also into the game for the first time, Jacob Lowe. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Lowe.
That's on Jacob Lowe, his first, second.
29-10 our score, 3:26 left to play. Dragons will have the ball after the offensive foul on Lowe. His first, team's second. Nelson into the front court, gives it off for Anderson. Anderson for Hill. Hill down low for Brendan Hayden. Outside, Eli Slavin for three. And a chance for the rare and majestic 4-point play. It has been a minute. So that foul going to be whistled on Ellis. Team's third. Eli Slavin at the line trying to complete the old-fashioned 4-point play, and does. Rare and majestic. The lead is 23, 33-10. A far cry from the dogfight that they were in up at Scott back in the early part of January. A game won by the Dragons by 6. Here it is all Dragons here in the early going. They get the ball down low, put the shot up, no good. Rebound inside, no good. Houston Stanley couldn't get it to go. Now we've got a tie ball, and the arrow keeps it with Scott. 2:50 left to go, 33-10 our score. Brady Crabtree inbounds the ball. Crabtree with it. Now it's Lowe. Outside for Ellis. 2.5 minutes left to play in the half. 33-10 our score. Ball knocked away by Logan Hill. Good defense. Knocks the ball out of bounds into the Dragon bench. Ellis to inbound. Gets it into Crabtree. Crabtree on the right side. Into the lane. Here's a open look at a three, and it's good for number 33, Brennan Brummett. 33-13. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first point that Scott has scored here in the second quarter. Minute 59 left to go. Dragons led it 17-10 after one. There's Jacob Lowe from the right side, driving in, laying it up and in. It's 33-15. Slavin for three, off the mark. Brendan Hayden with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the shot. And whoever the guilty party is there got their money's worth. So 2 shots at the line. And that is going to be Houston Stanley committing the foul, his first, team's fourth. Minute 43 left to go here in quarter number 2. Brendan's first foul shot is up, and it is good. 34-15. Substitutions on the floor. Hill, Anderson, and Slavin come out. Alcorn, Nelson, Maddox back in. Lundy in the game. And Braylon Hayden going to check in for his younger brother here if he can hit this free throw. And does. So, with $1:43 left in this first half, here comes Scott down by 20. 35-15, 98 seconds left. Brummett spins, lost the ball. Here's Nelson up ahead, too far ahead for Braylon Hayden. Oh, wow. They did call a foul. That's pretty remarkable. That's the luckiest foul call I've ever seen called. So that foul on, so it is going to be Braylon Hayden at the free throw line, looking for his first point of the contest. And that foul was whistled on Bentley Ellis, his second. First foul shot is up and good. 36-15, 21-point advantage now for the Dragons here on their home floor. Starting 5 on the floor to close out this first half, it looks like, for the Dragons. Second shot no good. The Haydens combined are now 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 80 seconds to go. Bentley Ellis trapped in the backcourt, all kinds of trouble. They just beat the 10-second call. Here's Crabtree down the lane, can't get it to go. Alcorn up ahead for Maddox. He throws it down, and he's going to get called for the travel. Wave the dunk off. All smiles on the bench, though. That's the luxury of a 21-point lead. You can take a couple of extra steps on the dunk, and it's not really going to get you in trouble. Oh, here's a steal by Maddox. Lundy gathered it and then had it knocked out of his hands, last touched by Scott. Ooh. And for those of you interested, the Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs are routing the Lady Vols in Knoxville 59-39 in the third quarter. 47 seconds left to play in this first half. Cam Nelson with it. Nelson works to his right. Now for Hayden, outside. Alcorn backs into a three. That one won't go. Rebound Lundy, and Lundy off the window and in. Tristan Lundy with 11 points in the first half, and it's 38-15. Crabtree into the front court. Gives it up for Stanley. Stanley tries to flip it out front. Maddox did not like that foul by Bentley Ellis. He had something to say because Ellis just reached out and grabbed him. It was a very, very blatant foul. Yeah, and the ref did tell him to calm down. Third foul on Ellis. That's his third in very quick succession. So 14 seconds left. Maddox will be at the free throw line. 38-15 the score right now. Maddox at the line looking to add to that. First one good.
Bryson Maddox at the line.
7 points now for Maddox in this first half, the lead to 24. Second shot by Maddox on its way and good. He's got 8 points. He'll take a seat on the bench to close out this first half. Logan Hill checks back in for Clinton. 13 seconds to go. Crabtree for Brummett. Brummett trying to get it over to Lowe. 3 seconds on the clock. Lowe throws up a prayer and gets bailed out because he gets fouled on the shot by Nelson. It's going to be 2 shots. No, they're going to say 3 shots. It was the foul was on number 2, Cam Nelson, but Jacob Lowe going to get 3 shots at it here from the free throw line with 0.3 of a second to go. First shot, no good.
Jacob Lau shooting 3.
Lowe rattles the second one home. He's got one more coming. He's got 3 points in the game now. And the third one is good. So Lowe goes 2 out of 3 at the stripe. And that is oh! Slavin got a look at it from midcourt, but it's no good. Our score at halftime, all Clinton here at home. They lead it 40-17. We'll be back with our halftime activities here on Dragon Vision.
It's time to take it out to center court tonight with Jasper Young from WYSH for the Coker Waste Solutions half-court shot for $100.
Welcome back, everybody. It looks like we're about to be joined by most, if not all, of the Clinton Lady Dragons roster, along with Coach Alicia Doherty.
He didn't exactly wear his shoes for the gym today. All right, so here we go. Can he do it?
All right, and welcome back, everybody. It is halftime here. Our score at the halftime of the boys' game, 40-17. The Dragons with the massive lead here at home. Joined by a number of Lady Dragons here, including Kensley Hutchison. How you doing, Kensley?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I have to ask you, obviously you're wearing the face mask now. How frustrating is it to constantly be hit in the face?
It is very frustrating. I've had the mouth guard, the face mask, all of it. It's very frustrating.
Absolutely. Well, just talk to me a little bit about tonight's game. You guys, it started out as an absolute rock fight, 5-5 after 1 quarter of play, but it seemed like you guys just put the clamps down defensively. And once that started happening, you guys started to find your shots a little bit more. Just talk a little bit about, what you guys said in between the first and second quarter, because it seemed like the light came on at some point.
Yes. I think this year a really big focus of ours has been defense, no matter what, hustle, no matter what. We know if we work hard, our shots are going to fall eventually. I think a lot of people worry about offense and running plays and things, but we know how to get out there, we know how to play together, and we just need to hustle. That's what we talked about in the middle of those quarters.
And talk to me a little bit about your development, because you've been much more aggressive, both on the glass, looking for your shot as well. You know, what's kind of, I guess, flipped this? What switch has flipped for you here in this your senior year?
I think I've gained a lot of confidence. It was a lot of fun last year to kind of be like more of a role player, and I liked being able to fill that and do what I needed to do. And this year, I realized I had more of a duty, I had more of an opportunity, and this is some of my last times to put on the shoes. So I'm going to do as much as I can do while I'm out there.
Well, you're doing it really well, and you guys are playing extraordinarily well. One question I keep asking the girls when they come up here, you know, what do you think this team's ceiling is? How good do you think this team can be? Because you guys, I was talking about it during the game, it doesn't matter what the score is. You guys are still playing defense out there. And so I got to think that gives you a lot of confidence, just knowing that you guys are going to play all 32 minutes every night.
Yes. I think we have a really good chance at a state run. I see us going all the way. I mean, this team, we don't quit. You have a lot of seniors at the end being like, oh, I'm ready to graduate, I'm ready for college. No, we're here, we're in the moment, you know, where our feet are, and I see us going really, really far.
Awesome. Well, it's great to talk to you, and I hope I get to do it again before the end of the season.
Thank you so much.
All right, I guess whichever teammate was volunteered next. Hey, it's Lainey again. You know, Lainey, I don't keep track. But I think I may have interviewed you more than any other Dragon in my 27 years of association with this school. Talk a little bit about tonight's game. You guys, it's the defense. I know that, you know, offense gets all the headlines, but as they say, defense wins championships. When you guys lock in on the defensive end, there's not a whole lot of teams that can do just about anything with you guys.
Yeah.
You just talk about that mindset, and you know, after the first quarter, you know, 5-5 after the first quarter, not what we were expecting out here tonight, but you know, that switch gets flipped as you head into the second quarter. You know, I was talking with Kensley about that. You know, what I guess, you know, what allowed you guys to start getting those shots to fall?
Well, I think after the first quarter, we looked at the score and we were like, okay, we need to get it together. And then Kaylin started us off by doing something, and then after that, we just got on a roll, and then we just kept going. But if our defense is like on point, there's no way another offensive team should score.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you guys have a really busy week next week. You know, main goals for next week, obviously, 2 district games, including the return trip to Anderson County. You know, what's the mindset going into those games next week?
Well, our senior night is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little hard. But going into AC, I mean, I think we need to look at how they, like, when they beat us and how they celebrated. Because they celebrated that time and the same time at district. But I was on the bench during districts last year, so it kind of hurt more me not being there and then them just celebrating the way they did.
Yeah. So looking forward to a little payback a week from tomorrow, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, Lainey Carmichael, thank you very much. You are off the hot seat. That is Lainey Carmichael. And now we get Josie Moody. This is great because a question that has been burning in my mind, Josie, how sore are you after these games? And I'm not going to ask you to comment on the officiating, but it seems really hard for the referees to call a foul when you are getting bumped in the paint. Just talk a little bit about the physical nature of playing on the inside.
It's definitely very physical down there. I've always grown up being a guard, not a post, but I am very tall, so getting down there and getting in there, it's kind of comes with the territory. It's going to happen, so.
You just talk a little bit. I was asking the other girls about 5-5 after the first quarter. Everybody's kind of looking around like, what's going on? But the defense, it just seems to spark everything for you guys. You know, you guys are up 24 points at the end there. You guys are still getting hands in passing lanes, knocking the ball away. Just talk a little bit about how much pride you guys take in the defensive portion of your game.
That is our main part of our game is playing defense.
And, obviously you're very active getting blocks out there, and Kaylin constantly stealing inbounds passes. I don't know if I've asked you this question yet, but what do you think this team's ceiling is for the 25-26 Lady Dragons?
I hope we go so far and we just keep going, you know. I want us to do our best and every game get out there and lace up our shoes like this could be our last game and really go out there and go for everything.
Well, it's been a joy watching you play, not only this year, but all 4 years. I hope I get to chat with you again before the end of the season, but congratulations on a big win and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And there is Josie Moody of the Lady Dragons. And now we get Addie Gamble. Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. You can always bring children. Addie, just talk a little bit. I was just, I've been haranguing them, or not haranguing, but praising you guys on the defensive end, and you seem to be the tip of that spear, the all-time career steals leader here at the school. But just talk a little bit about how much your team's defense is going to drive your success this year.
Our defense is definitely what's going to take us farther than most teams. We look and we rely on defense, and then like tonight our shots just weren't falling, and we've had those nights, not as bad as tonight, but we just look and if we didn't have a defensive end and we were let a team put up 80 points on a night that we're not shooting it well, it'll hurt us bad.
Yeah.
So practices here recently, we've really been buying in on defense, and we've been figuring out like the little things that we're doing wrong to critique it to make us.
I got to ask you, how much smack gets talked to you? Because you're so aggressive. I have described you for 4 years as an absolute pest on the defensive end. How much grief do you get from opposing players out there? Because you are relentless, Addie.
Sometimes some players will have a little bit to say, but players, it's typically the fans that have a lot to say, not the players. Players typically don't have very much, but typically they're the fans.
Well, as long as the fans stay respectful, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Addie, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Addie Gamble right there, and I think that is the end of the Lady Dragons.
Can I say go Dragons?
Can you say go Dragons?
Go Dragons!
Yeah, and hey, really quick, Addie, who is this?
This is Lolo. This is Bryson Maddox's little sister.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you.
All right, you ready to go back? No.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for sending all these girls up here. Fantastic interviews, every single one. Love these kids. And that brings us back into the second half of play here in the boys' game, as the Clinton Dragons lead the Scott Highlanders 40-17. There's an alley-oop for Bryson Maddox. We'll call that an alley layup. And Maddox now with 10 points in the game. 2 double-figure scorers for the Dragons, and it's 42-17. Next stoppage, I'll give you a look at the scoring leaders at halftime. Here's Washam, hands it off for Landon Goodman. Now it's back in the hands of Isaiah Washam. And there's a foul. Jackson Alcorn a little bit too aggressive out there on the perimeter. That'll be his first, team's first here in this third quarter. Again, though, really love the fact that Coach Doherty sent 4 of her players up here, all seniors. Such a great senior class, and they've been such a special part of this program and its history, and looking to write some more of that history as we get moving on. But really just absolutely grateful for that opportunity to chat with those 4 young ladies. So 7:20 left to play here in the third quarter. It is all Dragons here at the moment. They lead by 25, 42-17. Isaiah Washam with the basketball, gives it up for Wyatt Lloyd. Lloyd, top of the circle, pulls it back out now, looks to drive, pulls up. Little 14-footer, won't go. Rebound, tipped around, controlled by Morgan. Morgan hands it off to Goodman, and Landon Goodman with a 2-point basket. His first 2-point field goal attempt of the night. There is a pass up ahead for Bryson Maddox, trying to finish it off with another alley-oop lay-in. But that's going to be a foul on Goodman. And it'll be 2 shots at the line for Bryson Maddox.
Bryson Maddox at the line for the Dragons.
So Maddox with 10 points in the game, had 8 in the first half. Leading the way for Scott in that first half, by the way, was Jacob Lowe. He had 4 points off the bench. First foul shot by Maddox, good. 43-19. And Bryson rattles that one home as well. So 44-19 our score, 6:49 left to play here in the third quarter. There's a block and a steal. Lundy out of the pack with it for Maddox. The lay-in from the left side. Bryson Maddox has 6 points in the quarter, 14 for the game, and it's 46-19. 27-point lead for the Dragons. Inside, Wyatt Lloyd shot no good. May have been altered a bit by Braylon Hayden's presence. Here's Maddox with a no-look pass for Jackson Alcorn. Stripped on the way up. Back the other way come the Highlanders. Here's Jagan Morgan. Morgan stops, gets it outside for Isaiah Washam. Washam can't get it. Goodman with the rebound. The follow will not go. Rebound to Cam Nelson. 6:06 left to play. Long pass up ahead. Lundy in the corner for Alcorn. Back to Nelson. Now it's Maddox at the free throw line. Driving in from the left side. Shot blocked. And a double dribble called on Landon Washam. 46-19, 5:54 left to play here in the third quarter. All Dragons here at home, leading by 27 points. Here's Lundy, baseline drive, left side, gets it to Nelson. Nelson has to regather, as did not handle that cleanly. Here comes Maddox. Maddox dribbles it off his foot and into the arms of Jagan Morgan. Morgan looking to finish on the left side, does. His second field goal of the night gives him 4 points, and it's 46-21. 5.5 left to play, third quarter. Nelson into the front court for the Dragons. Flips a pass outside to Bryson Maddox. Maddox will bring it back out to the top, reset momentarily. Now for Hayden, guarded out there by Goodman, and that's a pretty obvious foul by Goodman right there on the sideline, his third, team second. 5:09 left to play. Brennan Brummett going to check into the game for Goodman. So 46-21 our score. And that is going to be a foul, and it's going to send Tristan Lundy back to the free throw line. Lundy with 11 points in the first half. That foul on Brummett just checked into the game. Dragon scoring leaders in that first half. Tristan Lundy had 11 points. Bryson Maddox had 8. He has since added 6, now has 14. Tristan Lundy now with 12 as he hits his first free throw. Cam Nelson also has 7 points in the game. Lundy rattles home his second foul shot, and it's 48-21. Here is Landon Washam, lays it up off the window and in from the left side. He's got 5, and it's 48-23. Maddox gives it up for Lundy on the left wing. Lundy will take the 3, halfway down and out, no good. Rebound collected by Lloyd. Gives it up there for Landon Washam. Landon gets it inside for Brummett. Brummett, turnaround, too strong off the glass, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Lundy. He gives it off for Nelson, and the Dragons will walk it into the front court with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. 48-23 our score, 25-point advantage for the Dragons. First game between these two teams up in Huntsville was 48-42, a final score. Dragons have already equaled their point total from that night. Here is Nelson, gets it off down low for Alcorn. Alcorn back outside for Lundy. Lundy into the corner for Nelson. Nelson baseline drive, now into the opposite corner. Wide open look for Alcorn, can't hit the corner 3. 48-23 the score. Here comes Isaiah Washam spinning into the lane. Gets it outside for Brummett. He'll launch the 3. He'll miss the 3, and Tristan Lundy grabbed the rebound but then dribbled it off his knee. So, 25-point lead right now for Clinton. And the Highlanders going to take a timeout. I told you that at the next stoppage I would give you the complete breakdown of the halftime scoring. Jagan Morgan had 2 points for Scott. He has 4 points in the game now. Wyatt Lloyd with 2 points at halftime. Landon Washam had 3 points at halftime. He's added a basket here in the second half. He now has 5 points. Landon Goodman, same deal, 3 in the first half, has added a bucket here in the third quarter. He now has 5 points. Jacob Lowe had 4 at halftime, and Brennan Brummett with 3. For the Dragons, as I mentioned earlier, Tristan Lundy had 11. He's added 2, got 13 now. Bryson Maddox now up to 14 after an 8-point first half. Cam Nelson with 7. Eli Slavin with 4 on a rare and majestic 4-point play. Isaiah Williams with 3 points, and a number of Dragons with 2 points apiece. That ball going to be knocked away. Last touch by Scott. It'll stay with Clinton. 48-23, 3:27 left to play. Alcorn, Maddox, Tackett, Williams, and Nelson. Your 5 on the floor right now for the Orange and Black, leading by 25. Here's Nelson. Nelson for Williams. Looking to get it down low for Alcorn. Pass knocked away by Scott. Nelson flips it into Maddox. Maddox down low for Alcorn. Pushed from behind. They're going to get Landon Washam on that one, it looks like. Yep. His first, team's 4th. Next foul by Scott puts Clinton at the line for the rest of the half, or rest of the quarter, I should say. Alcorn's jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound going to be collected by Scott. Here come the Highlanders back the other way. Lloyd with a scoop shot from the left side, would not fall. Rebound to Tackett. Tackett gives it up for Maddox, and Bryson will bring it into the front court. Here's Williams for 3 from the corner, short. Rebound tipped by Maddox, controlled by Alcorn, who flips it over to Williams. Williams can't hit the shot inside, and it's going to be Isaiah Washam coming back up the other side of the floor, gives it off for Landon Washam, and Landon finishes at the basket. He's got 7. 48-25. It's a 23-point game. Nelson throws that one up. He was a little indecisive about what he wanted to do with that. He was either going to try and kick that into the corner or take a shot. He got caught somewhere in between and missed badly to the left. Zayden Ford going to check in for the first time tonight for the Dragons. Number of substitutions. Logan Hill back on the floor as well. So it's Braylon Hayden, Logan Hill, Zayden Ford, Ben Tackett, and Isaiah Williams. Your 5 on the floor. They get it to Williams. Beautiful play off the inbound. Couldn't hit the three-pointer. Then Zayden Ford had the offensive rebound. Couldn't get the bucket to fall. And so it goes back over to Scott. But that was a really well-designed play off that inbound pass to get Isaiah Williams a free, open look at the basket. Williams, of course, in his last game here Friday night against Union County with 5 3-pointers in the game. Here's a shot missed by Scott. Braylon Hayden gives it up. Here's Isaiah Williams, and they're going to get him for a travel up top. Started his drive with a little bit of a hop, and that turns it over. It will belong to the Highlanders. Down by 23 with 97 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Lloyd drives past Ford on the dribble. Can't get the shot to go, though, and the rebound to Williams. Williams gives it up for Hayden. Braylon Hayden going coast to coast, lays it up and in. Braylon Hayden with his first field goal of the night, and it's 50-25. Dragons doubling up the Highlanders. 60 seconds to play, third quarter. Here's Washam in the corner, left side. Guarded there by Ford. That pass tipped up. Ben Tackett bumped off the play, but it's going to be Ford that comes down with it. Great defense by the Dragons, up by 25. 42 seconds left to play, third period. All Clinton here tonight at home. Williams left alone. His three, no good. Rebound, Zayden Ford, second board of the night. Here's Williams. Williams gets it down low for Ben Tackett. Tackett outside, Ford, Williams. Williams has it bounce off of him after Braylon Hayden tried to get it back to him. Washam gives it up for Lloyd. Now back to Washam. 6 seconds left, third quarter. Three on the way from Isaiah Washam is up and good. That's his first basket of the night, and it makes it 50-28. And that will be the score when we start the fourth quarter in just a couple of moments here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter just about to get started here at Clinton High School. Jim Harris here with you on the microphone. Matt Hagan behind the scenes, making all the things happen. Meanwhile, on the floor, Dragons making it happen, and by it, I mean a beatdown of Scott. That's what's happening here tonight. Dragons lead at 50-28. Highlanders will open up this fourth quarter with the ball, down by 22. So here's Jagan Morgan. Morgan spins, fall-away jumper. Good-looking shot there from Morgan. He's got 6 points. And then, not sure what that was. Either way, Dragons with the ball now, up by 20, 50-30 our score. Nelson with the ball. Gives it up for Maddox. Maddox for three. That one's off the mark. No good. And the rebound on the floor. It's going to be whistled against Scott. A foul on the floor, I should say. It's going to be on Goodman. That is his fourth. So 50-30 is the score. Nelson gets the ball into Lundy. Lundy back to Maddox. Maddox pulls up. 17-footer won't go. Rebound grabbed inside by Wyatt Lloyd. And now Scott with an opportunity to get this lead back under 20. Crabtree can't do it, but he's going to go to the line to try to do that because Bryson Maddox fouled him. First foul on Maddox in the game. First foul against the Dragons here in the quarter. 50-30. Crabtree at the line, looking for his first point of the night, and gets it. Second shot, good. So it's an 18-point game now, 50-32 with 7:15 left to go. Lundy makes it a 20-point game once again. So Lundy with 15 after the nifty pass from Cam Nelson. And it's back to a 20-point advantage. Minute gone by, fourth quarter. Out front, Jagan Morgan. Goodman can't handle the pass cleanly, but does handle it. Gets it to Lloyd. Lloyd now for Morgan. Morgan. Little curl down the lane, couldn't get that one to go. Gets his own rebound and then fights his way through to get the bucket. He's got 8 points, and it's 52-34. Nelson. Nelson with the layup, won't go. Rebound grabbed by Wyatt Lloyd. Lloyd up ahead for Washam. Washam across the way for Morgan. Got 2 defenders to go flying past him. And now Jagan Morgan's got 10. All of a sudden, the lead down to 16. 52-36. Here's Maddox for Cam Anderson. Anderson. Now for Nelson. So, there's a steal. Wyatt Lloyd takes it from Tristan Lundy. Lloyd back the other way. Lloyd lays it up and in. Wyatt Lloyd with 4 points now, and it's 52-38. Lead down to 14. Cam Anderson looking to drive, and it's a blocking foul whistled against Scott. It'll be their second of the period. They're talking it over now. Yep, 2 shots. They're going to say 2 shots. That's going to be on Landon Goodman. That's his 5th. So Goodman fouls out of this game with 5 points. Cam Anderson at the free throw line looking for his first point of the night. Scott on a 10-2 run right now to snug this game up a little bit. Anderson's first foul shot, no good. Braylon Hayden about to check back into this game for the Dragons. I suspect he's going to be coming in for the shooter, Anderson. He'll have to wait till the next dead ball as the second shot no good. 52-38, 5.5 minutes left to play. No quit in the Scott Highlanders. Dragons looked like they had them dead to rights a few minutes ago, but a 10-2 run makes it a 14-point ball game. (52-38). Morgan, his pass over to Stanley. Now it's Washam along the baseline, knocked away from him and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highlanders. Now Braylon Hayden checks in, Anderson checks out for Clinton. So the starting 5 back on the floor for Clinton. 5:08 left to go. Crabtree off the inbounds pass, gives it up for Washam up top. Now it's Morgan. Morgan outside for Lloyd. Washam on the wing, back up top to Lloyd now. That pass defiantly knocked away by Lundy, up ahead for Maddox, and he throws it down with 2 hands and a little bit of oomph. 54-38, 16-point lead for the Dragons. Third dunk of the night for Maddox. 54-38, 4:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Dragons lead it by 16. They've led by as many as 25. Here is a 3 on the way, missed everything, and we've got a foul under the basket. It's going to be whistled against Scott. It's on low. Houston Stanley. 54-38, Dragon basketball. Nelson carries it into the front court. For Maddox on the left side. Maddox looking to drive. Maddox lays it up, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. That foul on Jagan Morgan. That's his first, team's 4th. Next foul by the Highlanders will put the Dragons at the line for the remainder of the game. Clinton has only committed 1 foul here in quarter number 4. Just about halfway through the fourth quarter, and Maddox knocks down the first of the 2 free throws. He's got 17 points now to lead all scorers. 55-38. Maddox, second shot, no good. Rebound collected by Scott. 55-38, 4 minutes left to play in this one. Isaiah Washam into the front court. Gives it off for Morgan. Morgan now to Crabtree. Crabtree up top. Washam back to Crabtree, driving down the lane, blocked by Braylon Hayden. Hayden controls it for the Dragons, gets it up ahead to Lundy. Lundy for Maddox in the corner for three, buries it. So the Dragons on a little run of their own right here to make this a 20-point game once again. Here's Washam. Three on the way from Isaiah Washam. No good, but Houston Stanley underneath to clean up the mess. And it makes it 58-40. Maddox again, his fourth dunk of the night. Underneath, scramble for the ball, and it looks like a loose ball foul. Oh, kick ball. So here come the Dragons. They are going to empty their bench up by 20 with under 3 minutes to play. Jackson Wilburn, Logan Hill, Jaden Cuevas, Cam Anderson, and Eli Slavin on the floor for Clinton. Inbounds pass goes all the way to the backcourt. Bentley Ellis will bring it back in. He'll launch a deep three-pointer. It's no good. He tracks down the rebound. Now for Devin Pruitt. Pruitt into the game for the first time tonight. Gives it up for Brady Crabtree. Ellis gives it up for Pruitt. Back across to Lowe. In the corner, right side. Now it's Stanley. Ellis. Three on the way from Lowe. That shot no good. Rebound Cuevas. And here comes Cuevas into the front court. Under 2 minutes to play now in the fourth quarter. Jackson Wilburn has that one bounce off his hands. Goes out of bounds.
Your attention, no school tomorrow in Anderson County.
And Anderson County schools have been closed for tomorrow. So congratulations to all the students. And oh my goodness, the student section just went mad. So, minute 45 left to go here. Lowe gives it up. No school for either of these counties tomorrow, so it's not like we're rubbing anything in Scott's face. Here's a deflected ball stolen by Jaden Cuevas. Long pass up ahead. Brendan Hayden couldn't finish. Logan Hill can't get the second chance shot to fall. And the rebound tipped over to Devin Pruitt. 80 seconds left to go. 60-40 the score. Baseline jumper Crabtree. No good. Stanley there to clean it up. He's got 4 points and a substitution coming onto the floor. So 70 seconds left to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Logan Hill. Can't get it to fall. That would have been a popular basket. 54 seconds left to play. 60-42. Dragons going to improve to 18-5. Remain unblemished in district play. Underneath, there's a shot put up and in by Braxton Potter, who just checked into the game a moment ago, and it's 60-44. 35 seconds left to play. 16-point lead for the Dragons. Jackson Wilburn with it. Wilburn for Zayden Ford for three. That's no good. Rebound, Brendan Hayden tried to get it, slapped at it. Cuevas on the floor looking to get it. That ball's still loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons with 19.8 seconds to play. Cuevas with it. Dragons likely just going to dribble the clock out here. Again, they improve to 18-5, 6-0 in district play. The Highlanders will fall to 12-9, 1-5 in district play, as they will fall 60-44. The Dragons pull off the win here at home, 60-44. We'll be back in just a few moments with your post-game show on Dragon Vision.
What you say?
And your attention once again, please, if you did not hear, no school tomorrow in Anderson County. And with no school tomorrow, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish Macy Wandell a happy 18th birthday.
Kelly if she got any notification. They'll close it. Oh, I know.
Also, one last note, this coming Tuesday, weather permitting, will be senior night here at Clinton High School. As the Dragons take on, and the Lady Dragons take on the Lady Eagles and the Eagles. Encourage you to please drive safely as you leave the gym, and as always, exhibit good sportsmanship. Thank you and good evening.
so I'll have to download that and upload it.
Welcome back, everybody. Joined right now by Dragon head coach Chris Lockard. And Chris, I don't know if we've had, I don't want to call it an easy game against Scott, but that seems to be the widest margin of victory we've recorded against them. Obviously, when you guys went up to their place, 48-42, much closer game. What was the difference tonight that allowed you guys to just blow this game open in the second quarter?
100% as our offense. You know, as you watched the last game up there, you know, Scott County, I think, has a really good team. They are highly skilled, and Coach Ellis is doing a really good job. And it's hard for him because it's his first year and he's senior laden.
Yeah.
So it's tough on those boys too. You know, they've got to adjust to how he wants them to play, and he's trying to adjust a little bit to them. So when they get going offensively, they are really dangerous. Up there, I thought our offense went sort of stale. You know, we ended up winning 48-42, and early in the game we were up 13 or 14 and never could take that next step.
Yeah.
And so was it their defense or was it our offense? Obviously, I thought they were guarding pretty well, but I thought it was our shot selection up there that hurt us more than anything. And you saw it sort of show up again here. But the difference, I think, is defensively, this is a really good defensive team. You know?
So good.
I just, you know, early on, you know, I fussed at him back there for giving up 27 points in the second half. But, you know, you hold a team that I think that is highly skilled and very capable of scoring at any time. You hold them to 17 and a half.
Yeah.
You know, I like how our kids are playing.
And it seems like they all really like one another. I don't know what it is about your teams. The chemistry seems to be really good. I'm assuming that you probably have a little bit to do with that, you know, just, you know, bringing the right guys together and, you know, setting the right mood. But these guys really seem to play for each other. They all seem to love it when somebody else makes an amazing play. And how important is that when you're, you know, trying to coach youngsters that you know, because obviously, you know, some people are going to have great games one night, and then you know, it's going to change from night to night. But how important is it to have that kind of support amongst the teams?
Let me answer in 1 second. Hey, do me a favor and go tell Little Harmony, get all the basketballs and that one down there and put them up so we don't lose them. And then come back up here because I'm losing my voice. That's the biggest thing for this team. Our process this year, like we discussed, is different than normal, and I think the kids are really buying into it. The best way to explain it is, you know, most of the boys know Bryson is going to score some points.
Yeah.
But when you start looking across the board, you know, I love, you know, like the other night when Williams got hot from the three, Slavin's his biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
And when Slavin's hitting, Williams is his biggest cheerleader. And then you look at Tackett and Lundy and Alco. It's contagious, that kind of enthusiasm for each other. I can direct that, and I can give it, you know, opportunity.
Kind of nudge them in the right direction.
But they have to create it, and that's what these guys have done, and I couldn't be more proud of them. You know, obviously I'm having to start looking down the line of what can happen, who we got next, and this and that. I'm so hard trying to keep them just focused on our process, worried about getting better every day, every quarter, every half, every game. You know, I was able to go to our little zone matchup defense there late in this one, and it took Scott a minute and 42 seconds to get a shot off.
Yeah.
And I turned to Thackerson, and I was like, man, that's a big zone. He goes, yeah, it is. You know, those are the kind of possessions that you and I remember back with that team over there, being able to guard a Science Hill and make them take 2 minutes before they get a shot off. You know, those are the kind of things. And then you look at our man defense, and we mixed up our trapping stuff tonight. Again, trying to build what we can do differently against different teams. So we actually ran 2 or 3 different of our trap defenses tonight, and our adjustments with our man and got to look at our matchup. I mean, I'm really excited, and I know I'm trying to stay on my timeline and not to jump the gun on the offenses that we're trying to tweak. And because with this team, when you got, you're 7 or 8 guys out there that can get going one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't want to take that away from them. Tristan's apologizing to me because he got his pocket picked right there, and I'm telling him to run the set. And I said, Tristan, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid made a good defensive play. Now, if it's a 1-point game, I'm probably going to be a little more upset. But in the grand scheme of things, you can't take that away from him. It's no different than taking that baseline drive or that middle drive away from Bryson. You got to let him do it. Williams came over, Coach, I took a couple of bad ones. No, you didn't, son. I want you to shoot that.
Yeah.
If I didn't want you to shoot it, I wouldn't tell you to shoot it. Just like Slavin shot one from about 35 tonight. I apologized to him. I said, my fault, Slavin. I told you to pull. You were in 35 feet. He goes, I still should have made it. And I go, it's my fault. I should have let you get a little closer. So.
Hey, he pulled off the rare and majestic 4-point play. I can't remember the last time we had one of those in this building.
I'm just going to say it because it's going to happen. That kid can absolutely fill it up. There's going to be a night here that he can, sort of like Williams hit the 5 threes.
Mm-hmm.
Slavin,
He's due.
he can absolutely fill it up. And I know mentally he's struggling a little bit because he'll hit 2 here and 2 there and 1 here, and it's going to happen. And when it does, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I hope it's at the right time against the right team. And if it is, because he's capable of doing that.
Obviously, you guys have a big, busy week next week. Still remains to be seen if we'll get to play the Carnes game on Monday. But obviously, senior night here, Tuesday night against Gibbs, and then the big one next Friday at Anderson County. Kind of what you were talking about. How do you keep the guys from looking too far ahead? Is it just keeping them focused on, hey, just worry about what we're trying to do here and don't think about any of the outside stuff?
Every day. I say that every day. Every time we're together, every chance I get them, when they walk by me in the hall or in the locker room, our process. I've said it so much that they say it before I get it out of their mouth. But, I think it's weird because most of the time kids don't really, I call them kids, they're young men, they don't understand that this is their last chance.
Yeah.
And, but they seem to be realizing that, the seniors and the juniors are seeing that, which is really odd. I'm going to have to go back and look at my notes and see the different talks that I've had, because for once in 26 years of head coaching, they sort of understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've had some really smart teams and really good teams, but kids are kids, and they know it's important, but when it's over, they're like, oh, my gosh, just what happened?
Yeah.
These guys are talking about the process. We still have 5 more games to get to where we want to before the tournaments. And then we got 2 games here and 3 games. So maybe they've just bought into that a little better. So I'm excited for them. We got to continue to keep getting better. But, boy, it's hard to come up here and talk to you because I see Tackett walk down in the floor, and how good was he tonight?
He was great.
And then you go Braylon and then Bryson, and then you leave everybody out. And, it's like.
I thought tonight Braylon was spectacular on the defensive end.
Yeah, he typically is. We all look at Braylon, and even people that aren't in the program, they look at him and go, he ought to be doing this and this and that and that. And, he can do those things.
Yeah.
But what he brings to this team are a lot of unknowns and stats that people don't look at. The altered shots, the block shots, just the mismatch in general. And then all of a sudden you see him do something like blow through the lane and take it to the rim. You're like,
He's like, where's that on a consistent basis?
And everybody gets excited on the alley-oop to Bryson, but who threw the pass?
Yeah.
Braylon.
Yep.
And he does so many great things, and he's sort of turned it on here as of late. His practice and his effort has been different. His demeanor is different, and I couldn't be more proud of him. I'm proud of all of them. I don't want this to slow down, and I want them to take full advantage of what they got a chance to do, and hopefully we can just keep getting better.
Absolutely. All right. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to send you home to get some like hot tea and honey or something. Like, work in a lozenge, my friend.
I'm blaming Robbie Harrell because he had it first, and he said he couldn't get rid of it for a month. And then all of a sudden I started getting it. I've been to the doctor twice. I'm losing my voice, and I told him tonight. He said, "You feeling better?" And I go, "No, and it's your fault." But all the kids have been sick, and the kids bounce back a little quicker than us old folk. But
oh, yeah, my daughter's been out all week.
It's crazy.
So, yeah.
I'm sort of glad they did call school for this snow because we need to get everybody well.
Absolutely.
So
yourself included, man.
Yes,
so you take it easy.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
All right. We will see you next time, my friend. That is head coach Chris Lockard of the Clinton Dragons. As we wrap it up here on Dragon Vision. Quick look at the scoring leaders tonight. First of all, for Scott, Jagan Morgan had 10 points. Landon Washam had 7. Landon Goodman had 5 points tonight for the visiting Highlanders. Jacob Lowe, Houston Stanley, Wyatt Lloyd with 4 points apiece. Brennan Brummett and Isaiah Washam with 3 points apiece. And Brady Crabtree and Braxton Potter had 2 points apiece for Scott. Meanwhile, for your victorious Dragons, now 18-5, 6-0 in the district. Bryson Maddox with 22 points. Tristan Lundy with 15. No other double-figure scorers tonight for Clinton, but Cam Nelson did add 7. Eli Slavin added 4. Braylon Hayden and Isaiah Williams with 3 points apiece. Jackson Alcorn, Brendan Hayden, and Ben Tackett had 2 points apiece for the Dragons. Logan Hill, Jackson Wilburn, Zayden Ford, and Jaden Cuevas all played in this game but did not score. Again, the next broadcast that we absolutely can confirm for you is Tuesday night right here at home against Gibbs. We will find out about Monday at Carnes, and we'll let you know online and on social media. But until next time, for Matt Hagan, making everything happen here on Dragon Vision, my name is Jim Harris saying good night, support your local libraries, and go